Hi, hello, it's Mark McKell here, managing partner of McKell Partners. We just spoke just a few days, maybe a couple, 3 weeks ago. You registered and likely attended a web class that we did entitled Don't Go Broke in a Nursing Home. And I wanted to follow back. I know life gets crazy and we get busy, and sometimes things that are really important to us may not be able to be moved forward like we like. And there was a topic that we did not touch on, a particular principle in our prior web class that I wanted to make sure that I covered with you really quick. And so I thought I'd put together a quick little video here to be able to kind of cover that. Remember, we talked about not going broke in a nursing home, having a chronic illness, making sure our assets are positioned properly, protecting what we have. Very, very important. I wanted to share this. I'm not even going to go to slideshow. I'm just going to show you these very, very quickly. Years ago, people used to live in castles. I know that's a long time ago, but what did they put around the castle for protection? Well, they used a moat or a wall. Why? Well, to protect them from those infamous marauding bands trying to steal their stuff, right? People don't have moats today. They don't use these fortresses, right? We have what's called insurance. Now, I hate paying insurance bills, but we all understand the importance of some sort of a shared risk experience. Because what happens here is when we're protecting our castle and we think about it this way, most people want to play financial offense. And I get that. Investment management, we do that. We manage millions and millions of dollars for a lot of clients, making sure we're allocated properly. What's our exposure? How many stocks? How many bonds? We got to stay ahead of inflation, retirement income planning, how these assets pass to the next generation. But in addition to wealth building, we also have to think about playing financial defense. We have to have a defensive mechanism. That's that moat, or that's that wall, or that's that insurance strategy. We got to make sure we're being effective in that particular process. And so I wanted to just chat with you for a few minutes about this, because this area of long-term care and the costs associated with it can be just absolutely devastating. I was speaking with a family just yesterday, a client that's in Georgia, that literally moved all the way to Buffalo, New York to take care of her mother who was suffering of dementia. And 5 years out of their lives, they took care of her. I'm so glad they were able to do that. But then they got to the point where they couldn't take care of her enough. So she went into a nursing facility for about 10 months. They were spending $15,000 a month. And then COVID happened. And of course, how crazy that got. And then a few months later, they were finally able to get her back home. And then 2.5 months later, she passed away. Talking to a client just not too long ago, just within the last several weeks, spending $9,000 to $10,000 a month. Somebody from Texas, again, mom is in a care facility, cognitively challenged, and the daughter's wondering. The price just keeps going up in terms of inflation. Another client in Montana, $12,000 a month for care. I have our own personal clients in California, really close to our office there, $16,000 a month for care. Folks, in all of the strategies that we've seen, and remember, we function as a fiduciary, as CPAs, the asset-based approach or a hybrid approach is a powerful approach. Why is that? Well, we can keep the money in the family. We're not paying ongoing premiums. We've got flexibility. We're taking existing assets and we're stretching them and making them last longer. And then if we don't need it, we've still got even more money than we started with coming back to the family tax-free. And it's also not only the tax-free distributions if we don't use the strategy, but we're using the Pension Protection Act and those tax elements that can be just so important. Well, I wanted to just touch base with you on that really quickly, because I know people that are in their late 50s, 60s, and 70s, we want to feel financial peace. We want dignity. We don't want to be a burden on our children, and we want to be able to move forward. But the challenge is that oftentimes what happens, let me go back and share a slide here really quickly with you, is that we wait and we don't move forward and we don't make the decisions that we need to make. And there is a cost of waiting. And oftentimes what happens, because these best strategies are health related, our health can decline and we get ourselves in a situation where we're no longer approved, or we can't get the best approval possible. Now, you don't have to be in perfect health. I know people that are on blood pressure medicine or cholesterol medicine, or even have diabetes, but they're managing their A1C effectively in the sixes. They can be approved. Because we're doing oftentimes a joint policy of husband and wife, one of the spouses who has better health than the other, they take a combined rating. And so we can balance out good health and bad health. But there are often times, because we do weight, that we completely we're just not able to take advantage because our health deteriorates. Had a client here just a few years ago that in this process got prostate cancer. He wanted to start with the investment management part of our planning, and so we moved forward there. He always said that long-term care is something that he wanted to do. So when we transitioned to start talking about that topic, he had a doctor's appointment and they uncovered prostate cancer. I've got another client in the state of Virginia who, through neuropathy and a pinched spine and some surgery he's now using a cane. He's not 100% dependent on it, but he needs it from time to time. Well, that's a problem. And he's denied and not able to use the kind of strategy that he really wants to be able to pursue. Folks, what happens is we get in these dilemmas. We start having these challenges. And as we get older, our health can deteriorate and things can progress, sometimes without warning. And that can affect the underwriting and the level of benefits that we can actually receive as we move forward. So I just want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to take action. One of the things I find why people don't move forward is usually they're just confused or they have lots of questions. This is why it's so important to talk with somebody that has the heart of the teacher. We feel like at McHale Partners, because we are fiduciaries and because we want to look at your full financial life and really understand what's important to you before we make recommendations, it's a great opportunity to help you be able to get the right strategy that you need to be able to move forward. Okay. In closing here, I want to share another quick slide with you that I thought is kind of funny, actually, when you think about it. Don't be like these two guys right here, right? And just check out this comic for a minute. Don't be like these two guys, right? Sitting on top of that rock or mountain, and all of a sudden they see Noah and the boat sailing away, and they say to themselves, crap, was that today? Was it today we were supposed to do that? Folks, the pain of regret is a powerful thing. You don't want to get caught in a situation, and I've met so many clients that have put off this decision. Having a long-term care strategy is so important. If you decide to be self-insured, at least make that a deliberate decision after evaluating all the other options, all right? Hey, listen, at the end of this slide, there's going to be some contact information. I just wanted to get back with you with this important topic of building wealth, protecting wealth, and making sure you understand at least one of the elements of the cost of waiting. There's others, and we'll be recording videos in that regard as well. So stay tuned. All right. Hey, I hope to meet you down the road. Please reach out and connect with us. All right. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.